When a home doesn't sell, most sellers or homeowners want to blame the market or their agent. But in many cases, it wasn't the market, and if it was their agent, it's important to understand why. The real reasons usually surprise people. In this video, I'm going to explain the two biggest reasons homes fail to sell, not opinions, but patterns I've seen over and over again during my 23 plus years of working with homeowners and selling properties. If your property didn't sell or isn't selling or has been sitting longer than you expected, this will help you understand what the two most likely reasons are. Reason number one, your list price missed the mark. The first reason your home didn't sell is, and I know you don't want to hear it, but yes, it's because of price. And it's not in the way most sellers think. This isn't about being wildly overpriced. It's about not engaging the buyers and not having the right pricing strategy. Having sold hundreds of homes over the years, here's what I know. Price shouldn't be determined by how you feel about the value of your home. It needs to be based on data and facts. The value of your property is what buyers are actually willing to pay for a home like yours. In other words, pricing shouldn't be emotional. It's strategic, and unless you're the one buying your house, this is about what the buyers are actually willing to pay, not what you think they should pay. And this is where a lot of homeowners go wrong and get upset. Here's a mistake I've seen far too often through the years. A seller prices their home a bit higher than where buyers are actually making offers because they want room to negotiate. My response is oftentimes, what buyer are you negotiating with? Because while this idea may sound reasonable, what actually happens is buyers not only don't negotiate, they skip your home altogether. Online, your home doesn't sit in isolation. It gets grouped next to other homes, and when your price puts you just outside the buyer's comfort zone, it doesn't feel like an opportunity, it feels like a risk, and sends a message that you may be unreasonable about what your home is truly worth. What's worse is that it creates more value for your competition, and you end up helping your neighbors sell their property. So, the price didn't just miss a number, it sent a signal that said this seller may not be realistic. And once buyers form that opinion, they move on fast. Now, I want to be very clear about something. I'm not suggesting you shouldn't try to sell your home for maximum value. Not at all. Of course, every homeowner wants the highest possible price. The mistake is assuming that starting higher is what creates that outcome. In reality, the homes that receive the strongest offers are the ones that feel right to buyers early, not the ones that ask buyers to stretch before they're confident. Remember, strategic pricing isn't about settling. It's about positioning your home so buyers compete. It's about understanding how to interpret the data, both the recent sales, what's in escrow, and what you're competing against. It's also about trusting a skilled and experienced agent and their recommendations. This leads us to the second possible reason your home didn't sell or isn't selling, and that's reason number two, your marketing didn't create a strong first impression or a lasting impression. The second reason your home didn't sell has nothing to do with demand. It has everything to do with first impressions. This is where many homeowners get caught off guard because a lot of homeowners don't view marketing as a necessary step. They see it as a bonus, something nice to have, but not essential. But in today's market, that assumption quietly costs sellers leverage. Let me give you an example as my dog Piper has decided she's done with all of this. I've seen two nearly identical homes come on the market in the same neighborhood, same size, similar condition, comparable price. One home is thoughtfully staged, professionally photographed, and has a dynamic video and supported by a clear and consistent marketing plan designed for maximum exposure to a lot of buyers because you simply can't rely on just the MLS and the public platforms anymore. The other property has an average presentation, basic and fewer photos, no staging, no video, and no real strategy beyond being listed. This is more common than you can imagine because many agents simply can't afford the cost of a dynamic marketing campaign and/or they don't have experience with digital marketing. The first home immediately feels polished and easy to understand. It draws buyers in and it appeals to their emotions. Buyers know what they're looking at, what it offers, and why it's worth seeing. They see the value. They get excited. The second home feels uncertain, not exciting, and falls a bit flat. And when buyers feel uncertainty, they hesitate, and hesitation is all it takes for the buyers to move on and maybe think, well, maybe I'll come back and revisit that one some other time. Here's the analogy I often use. Marketing your home is like showing up to a job interview. You may be fully qualified. You may be the right fit and the best person for that job. But if you show up looking rumpled and not put together, unprepared and unsure, the decision is already leaning against you before you say a word. Strategic staging, professional photos and video, and a thoughtful marketing plan are the preparation. They shape the first impression buyers form before they ever walk through the door to your home. I like to put it like this. You need to sell the buyers twice. First, when they see your listing for the first time on their computers or on their phones, so they actually want to schedule an appointment and come and see it. Then you have to sell them a second time, again, when they're actually in your property. By the time buyers step inside, they've already decided whether your home feels worth the risk and worth the price. Marketing doesn't just create exposure and show a home, it reduces doubt. And when doubt is reduced, oh, Piper's back. Hold please. Sorry, this is what it's like working with animals. As I was saying, it reduces doubt. And when doubt is reduced, buyers get emotional enough about the property to want to make an offer and potentially compete. But when that first impression falls flat, even a well-priced home can struggle. So when pricing and marketing miss at the same time, the market doesn't give you time to fix it. It quietly moves on. And that's why sellers are often left confused because buyers made their decision long before the seller realized something was wrong. Here's a tip. If you don't have any showing requests for your home or very few showing requests within the first couple of weeks, then you need to regroup quickly with your listing agent and look at all of this. Ask yourself, is it the price or is the presentation falling flat? So if you're considering selling your home, remember these two things as you plan your next move. Pricing needs to be strategic, not emotional, based on buyer behavior and real data, not just how you feel about your home. And marketing isn't a bonus, it's what creates confidence, clarity, exposure, and ultimately competition from the buyers early. You're essentially hiring a listing agent to be the PR person for your property. And if you want help avoiding other common mistakes sellers make during the home selling process, I've put together a free guide called 9 Mistakes to Avoid When Selling Your Home. You can simply scan the QR code on your screen to get your free copy. It's designed to help you think through the process before you start making decisions that could cost you a lot of money. Because the right information at the right time makes all the difference when selling your home or your income property. If you're ready to sell your property or if you have a home that didn't sell and you need a serious rebrand, please reach out and I'd love to talk to you. If you're watching this and you're not in Southern California, we can still help you find a great agent for your property as we have a lot of wonderful partners all over the country. Bye for now.